All right, let's dive into this. Feng Shui for wellness. Looks like someone's been doing their research. Articles, tips, even a Bagua map. This is going to be fun.
It really is a fascinating concept.
Yeah, there's
Feng Shui, wind and water. It's all about balancing energy, that qi, and how it can, well, it can really impact your well-being.
that's what I find so cool about it. It's like, yeah, we know our surroundings affect us, but Feng Shui is like, hey, we can actually shape that energy, for the better.
Exactly.
And one thing that keeps popping up in these sources, decluttering.
Yeah, decluttering.
What's the deal with that?
It's more than just tidying up, right? Think about that feeling you get after you declutter.
Oh, yeah.
Lighter, more energy. Feng Shui says that's because you're clearing out stuck energy, making room for like new opportunities.
Oh, I totally get that. I always feel so much better after decluttering, like my mind can actually breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that clarity gets even better when you bring in natural light. Your sources talk a lot about like how sunlight affects us, our mood, even our sleep.
Sunlight. So basically, throwing open the curtains is good Feng Shui.
It's a fantastic start.
Right.
And there are other easy things you can do, like keeping those windows clean, using lighter colors on the walls. Even mirrors strategically placed can bounce that light around.
Mirrors. That's a good one. Never thought of it like that. Now, what about these 5 elements I keep seeing? Wood, fire, earth, metal, water.
Yeah.
It's a little mystical for me.
It is a core concept, but it's not as complex as it seems. It's all about balance. Like you mentioned, you have a lot of metal accents in your home, right?
Yeah, I do.
Metal is about focus, clarity, which is great, but too much. And it can make you feel kind of rigid, overly critical.
Oh.
So it's not about having none of an element. It's about finding the right balance.
Interesting.
Exactly. It's like a recipe. You need the right amount of each ingredient. Since you've got a lot of metal, think white, gray colors, maybe balance it with some wood, which is more like greens, browns.
So adding some plants or some wooden furniture could help soften that metal energy.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all connects.
Like a puzzle, finding the right pieces to create a harmonious picture. And speaking of harmony, one of your sources mentioned creating a dedicated health area.
Yes. I was so curious about that.
Think about it, a space designed just for your well-being. A meditation spot, a place to work out, even just a spot to relax, but make it yours with things that inspire you.
Oh, I'm picturing a reading nook with lots of light and plants. Okay, but before we get too carried away, I gotta ask about this Bagua map. It's still a bit intimidating.
It's actually like an energy blueprint for your home. It breaks down your space into 9 areas, each linked to a different part of life. Health, wealth, relationships, you name it.
So where's the health zone on this map?
Right in the center of your home.
Oh, wow.
Symbolic, isn't it? Like our well-being is the core of everything.
That's a nice way to look at it, the heart of the home. So what can I do to, I don't know, boost that health zone energy?
Well, the sources suggest earthy colors, like yellows, browns in this area. You could add, healthy stuff, plants, maybe crystals, artwork that really speaks to you.
Okay, making mental notes. I love how Feng Shui is, like, practical but also symbolic. And speaking of bringing in natural elements, the sources talked about incorporating natural materials into your decor.
Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite things about Feng Shui. Bringing the outdoors in, think wood, natural fabrics, stone, even just some fresh flowers. It just has this grounding effect.
Totally. I always feel calmer surrounded by natural stuff, like bringing a little bit of nature's peace into your house.
Exactly. And that calm, that balance, that's at the heart of another key Feng Shui concept, yin and yang.
Yin and yang. Okay, I know the words, but break it down for me.
Think of them as 2 opposing, but, also complementary forces. Feminine and masculine, dark and light, stillness and activity. It's about finding harmony between these 2 in your space.
So not all yin or all yang, but that sweet spot in the middle.
You got it. And you can achieve this through colors, textures, shapes, like using a mix of light and dark colors, soft and hard textures, creating open areas, but also some cozy nooks.
It's like finding that balance between cozy and energized, calm, but also vibrant.
Exactly. It's about creating a space that feels both nurturing and stimulating. Now, one place where people often want more balance is the bedroom. The sources had some great advice on Feng Shui for better sleep.
Oh, tell me everything. Always looking for ways to improve my sleep.
Well, first, think about your bed, where it is, how it's placed. Ideally, your bedroom should be quiet and your bed should be in the commanding position.
Commanding position, what's that?
It means placing your bed diagonally across from the door so you can see the door, but you're not directly in line with it. Gives you a sense of control, security in your sleep space.
Interesting. I can see how that would feel more grounding, less vulnerable.
And just as important as where you place your bed is what's underneath it. In Feng Shui, it's best to keep that space clear.
No storage bins under the bed.
Yeah. I know it's practical, but clutter under there can block the energy flow and mess with your sleep.
Okay, seeing a pattern here. Feng Shui is all about flow, openness, physically and energetically.
You got it. And speaking of flow, the sources also talked a lot about plants in the bedroom.
Plants in the bedroom, I usually associate them with, living areas.
True, but certain plants are actually great for the bedroom because they clean the air and can even help you sleep better. One that comes up a lot is the snake plant.
Snake plant. Sounds a little intense for the bedroom.
Don't let the name fool you. They're known for purifying the air, and they release oxygen at night, which can actually help you sleep better.
So you're saying snake plant, ASAP.
It couldn't hurt.
Okay.
Another plant mentioned was bamboo. It symbolizes good fortune, vitality, and it's said to bring positive energy into the home.
I do love bamboo.
Yeah, and if you're looking for something with healing properties, aloe vera is also mentioned. It's supposed to absorb negative energy, and you can use it for minor burns and skin stuff.
Aloe vera, a classic. I have one in the kitchen. Maybe I should relocate it.
It's worth a try.
Okay.
Remember, it's all about creating a supportive and harmonious environment for sleep.
Got it.
And speaking of inviting spaces, your sources highlighted the entryway.
Why is the entryway so important?
It's the mouth of qi, meaning it's where energy enters your home.
Oh, so it sets the tone for the whole house.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
A good entryway welcomes that positive energy in, while a cluttered or, dark entryway can block that flow.
Okay, so tips for a Feng Shui-friendly entryway.
Keep it clutter-free, well lit. Use a nice doormat, maybe in a bright color or with a positive message. You could even add a little fountain or some wind chimes to activate the energy.
Love that. A little fountain would be so calming. What about plants? Are those good for the entryway too?
Absolutely. Placing healthy plants on either side of the door symbolizes growth, vitality.
Okay, getting some serious entryway makeover inspiration right now. Anything else I should keep in mind?
The sources also talk about the power of color.
Color.
Each color is linked to specific energies, elements, and they can really impact your mood.
So it's not just about aesthetics. The colors actually have deeper meanings.
Exactly. For instance, green, the wood element, represents growth, balance, harmony.
So green doormat. Good choice.
Could be. Blue, the water element, is calming, stress-reducing.
Ooh, maybe some blue accents then.
That could work. Yellow, earth element, represents mental clarity, optimism.
So a little touch of yellow to brighten things up, boost the mood as I come and go.
Exactly. And white, the metal element, symbolizes purity, clears negative energy.
So a fresh coat of white paint might be a good idea.
It's definitely something to consider. Remember, it's about finding the balance of colors that resonate with you. Create the energy you want.
This is fascinating. I'm seeing how color choices are so much more than just preference. They actually influence the energy of a space. What other colors did they mention?
Red's a powerful one. Fire element. Represents passion, energy, excitement. But because it's so bold, best to use it sparingly.
So where would you use red in a home?
Places where you want to boost energy, like a home office or a dining room.
Maybe a red accent wall in my office to, boost productivity.
Could be great. Remember, balance is key. Using colors strategically to create the desired energy in each space. And before we move on, I want to touch on another important element, water.
Water. Okay, tell me more.
In Feng Shui, water represents flow and abundance. Adding water features to your home is believed to enhance positive energy, even attract wealth and prosperity.
So like a good luck charm.
Exactly. There are tons of ways to bring water into your home decor.
Like what?
A popular one is placing a fountain in the wealth corner of your home.
And where's that? The wealth corner.
Far left corner of your home from the entrance.
Okay, a little fountain tucked away there to attract some abundance. I like it.
Another suggestion is an aquarium. Healthy fish, to promote vitality, positive energy.
I love aquariums.
They are beautiful, but in Feng Shui, it's best to avoid putting them in the bedroom or kitchen.
Really? Why is that?
The energy of water is a bit too active for the bedroom, where you want restful energy. And in the kitchen, it clashes with the fire element.
Got it. No aquariums in the bedroom or kitchen. So where's a good spot?
Living room, maybe a home office, as long as it's well maintained and the fish are healthy.
Noted. Any other ways to bring in water if I don't want a fountain or an aquarium?
You could hang pictures of like peaceful water scenes in areas where you want to create calmness.
That's a good idea, bringing in that calming water energy through art.
It's simple, but it works.
This is amazing. I'm starting to realize Feng Shui's about so much more than just how things look. It's about creating a supportive and harmonious environment that can actually, impact our well-being.
Exactly.
This is already so much more than I expected.
It is fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
It's amazing, right? How just making little tweaks to your space can change the energy.
I know. I'm looking at my home in a totally new way. Like, there's this whole energy language I never knew about.
That's exactly what Feng Shui is. It's like you're learning to read that language, to speak it. So I'm curious, what's resonating with you most so far?
Honestly, I'm surprised by how practical it is. I thought Feng Shui would be all, mysterious and complicated. But it's really just simple changes that can make a big difference.
It's about mindfulness, intention in your space. And one thing people often struggle with, especially with Feng Shui, is limited space. A lot of your sources actually address this.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Small apartment living. Always looking for ways to make it feel bigger.
Well, good news, Feng Shui has got some tricks up its sleeve for that, like mirrors, for example. We talked about them reflecting light, but they can also make a room feel deeper, like there's more space.
Oh, so tricking the eye into seeing more space.
Yeah.
Genius.
Exactly. And using lighter colors on walls and furniture helps too, makes it feel airy.
Right, dark colors make things feel smaller.
Exactly. And if you've got awkward room layouts, the sources suggested room dividers or just using furniture to create separate areas.
So like zones within a room without building walls.
Exactly. Get creative. And if you're renting where you can't do a lot of permanent stuff, they suggested focusing on movable decor, things like that, even removable wallpaper.
That's smart. So you can still do Feng Shui even if you can't renovate. Speaking of which, I was a little worried about the cost of all this.
I get it, but you don't need to spend a fortune.
Really? So there are affordable ways to do Feng Shui.
Totally. Start small. Declutter, rearrange furniture, that kind of thing.
That's good to hear. Anyone can do that no matter their budget.
Exactly. Even small changes can make a big difference.
It's all about that mindfulness, that intention. Right?
Exactly. And that can go beyond just the physical stuff. Some sources talked about combining Feng Shui with, like, modern wellness practices, yoga, mindfulness, even nutrition.
Whoa, okay, taking it to a whole new level. Tell me more about that.
Well, think about it. If you're doing yoga, you want a space that supports that, right? Calming colors, natural materials, room to move.
So it's like the environment supporting the practice.
Yes. And same with mindfulness. It's hard to be mindful in a chaotic, cluttered space.
Yeah, I definitely feel more centered when my space is organized.
Right. And even nutrition. Your kitchen is where you nourish your body, so Feng Shui can help you create a space that encourages healthy eating.
Like how?
Use the Bagua map to find your kitchen's health area and boost it with colors and elements that promote well-being. Greens for growth, vitality.
I like that, making the kitchen a more positive space to be in.
Exactly. Make it welcoming, well-lit, get rid of the clutter. It all contributes to a more positive energy around food and cooking.
Wow, Feng Shui can really touch so many parts of life.
It's a holistic approach. It's about recognizing that everything's connected. Our environment, our bodies, minds, even our spirits.
It's not just about the stuff, it's about how that stuff makes us feel, how it affects us.
Exactly. And the more you explore these principles, the more you'll understand, you'll start noticing things you didn't before.
It's like a whole new way of seeing the world.
Exactly. And speaking of new perspectives, I noticed some of your sources talked about common Feng Shui challenges and how to deal with them.
Oh, like what?
Well, for example, doing Feng Shui in a rented space, or if you're on a budget.
Those are definitely real concerns. What do they suggest?
For renters, focus on what you can control. Decluttering, moving furniture around, plants, artwork. It's about making it your space, even if you can't make big changes.
That makes sense. You can still create harmony without having to, do major renovations.
Exactly. And about the budget thing, Feng Shui is not about expensive things. It's about being intentional with what you already have.
So working with what you've got.
Totally. Shop your own home, move things around, declutter, even get crafty with DIY to bring in more Feng Shui.
I love that. It's about making thoughtful choices, not breaking the bank.
Exactly. And remember, small changes make a difference. You don't have to do it all at once. Pick one area that doesn't feel right and start there.
That's good advice. It's easy to get overwhelmed trying to feng shui everything all at once.
It's a journey. Take your time, experiment, see what works for you.
And have fun with it.
Exactly. Feng Shui shouldn't be stressful. It's about creating a space that feels good to you, supports your well-being.
It's so easy to get caught up in the rules and forget to listen to what feels right.
Trust your gut. If something feels off, change it.
So it's a mix of like the feng shui wisdom and our own intuition.
Exactly, finding that balance. And as you get more in tune with your space, you'll notice how even little things can change the energy, change how you feel.
I'm really starting to understand that feng shui is so much more than just decorating. It's about creating a space that aligns with who you are, that supports you on all levels.
It's about creating a space that truly reflects you.
I can't wait to keep learning more.
Me too. It's such a fascinating practice.
I can't believe how much we've covered already. Feng shui really does touch on so many aspects of life.
It's amazing, isn't it, how this ancient wisdom still resonates today. It's like we all have this deep down desire to be in harmony with our surroundings.
Right. And speaking of harmony, something that really stood out in these sources was like how feng shui can go beyond just our physical space.
Absolutely. It can be applied to, well, really all areas of life. Mental, emotional, even spiritual well-being.
Whoa, okay, now I'm really interested. Tell me more about that. How does feng shui relate to things like mental and emotional health?
Think about it. Our surroundings can either help or hurt us, right? A messy, cluttered space can make you feel stressed, anxious, but a peaceful, organized environment can bring calm and clarity.
That makes total sense. I always feel more relaxed and focused when my space is clean and tidy.
Exactly. So with mental health, Feng Shui is about creating a space that supports clarity, emotional balance, and a sense of peace.
So it's not just about arranging furniture. It's about, like, creating a space that actually nurtures your mental well-being.
Exactly. A lot of your sources talked about creating a meditation corner, for example. Use calm colors, natural materials, things that bring peace, like a Buddha statue or a Zen garden.
I love that, like a little sanctuary in your home where you can just escape and find some peace.
Exactly. You can even add aromatherapy, like lavender or chamomile, scents that are known to be calming and stress-reducing.
Ooh, aromatherapy is great. Certain scents definitely change my mood, make me feel more relaxed.
It's all about using your senses to create that harmony. And with physical health, Feng Shui encourages us to create spaces that support movement, activity.
Okay, how do you do that?
Think about where you naturally want to move, be active, maybe a home gym, a yoga space, even just an open area in your living room.
Got it. So how would you approach that space from a feng shui perspective?
Make sure it's well lit, well ventilated. You could use mirrors to make it feel bigger, more energizing.
Right, we talked about how mirrors can make a space feel larger. Makes sense for an exercise area. What about other design things? Colors, materials?
The wood element is all about growth and vitality, so that's a great one for a fitness space.
Yeah,
Plants, wood furniture, even just some wood accents.
I like that. Bring in a bit of nature's energy to your workout.
Exactly. And just like it can be applied to mental and physical health, Feng Shui can also be applied to relationships, emotional well-being.
Feng shui for relationships. Okay, I'm all ears.
It's about creating a space that fosters connections, promotes emotional harmony. A lot of your sources mention the relationship area of your home.
Where's that on the Bagua map?
Usually the far right corner from the entrance.
That's okay, so how can I, boost that energy?
Display photos of loved ones, happy memories. It's a visual reminder of the love and connection in your life.
Ah, I love that. What about other things?
Heart shapes, pairs of items can also enhance that love and connection energy.
So like a pair of candlesticks or two matching chairs.
Exactly. Creating balance and harmony, soft textures, comfy seating can also make it feel more warm and connected.
It's all about making it inviting, a space where people want to connect and talk.
Exactly. Fostering openness, emotional safety.
Wow, this is really eye-opening.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew how much thought goes into creating a home that supports well-being on so many levels.
It's about realizing that our homes are more than just buildings. They're a part of us. And by shaping their energy, we can create a space that helps us live our best lives.
This has been such a great deep dive. I've learned so much about Feng Shui and how it can improve our well-being.
I'm so glad. And remember, it's a journey. Approach it with curiosity, an open mind.
Absolutely. Oh, one thing that wasn't really mentioned in the sources, but I'm curious about now, is sound. What about the role of sound in Feng Shui?
That's a great point. The source is focused a lot on visuals, but yeah, sound is a powerful energy too.
So how does sound play into it?
Just like clutter can make you feel uneasy, so can harsh sounds. But calming sounds, music can create peace and relaxation.
That makes sense. I definitely feel more relaxed listening to calming music or nature sounds.
Exactly. So try incorporating sound into your feng shui. Wind chimes, a water fountain, even just some peaceful background music.
I love that idea. It's like adding another layer of intentionality to your space.
Exactly. Engaging all of your senses to create a truly holistic experience.
This has been so insightful. I'm feeling really inspired to apply these principles to my own home and keep learning more about Feng Shui.
It's been a joy diving deep with you. Remember, Feng Shui is a journey. Keep experimenting, keep learning, and create a home that reflects you and supports your well-being in every way.
Beautiful. And to everyone listening, may your chi flow freely and may your homes be havens of peace, harmony, and well-being.